Okay, everybody, we are officially in the bear market. However, two things haven't changed. Number one, you can still make money during the bear market, and you don't need to daily trade or short things to do that. There are still blockchain companies and teams looking for moderators, promoters, developers, social media people like me doing videos or other types of creative content. There's obviously all of this IoT stuff that we have talked about on the channel. There's still staking, there's still lending, yield farming, move to earn, play to earn, NFTs, and all of these crazy technological, innovations that have happening in the space. Those are not going anywhere. Okay, during the bear market. Yeah, you might make less money through them than you would during the bull market, but you still can make money during this cycle. I mean, I started back in around 2018, 2019, prior to the crash, and I grinded out and I still made, fair amount of money, and those monies became quite a lot during this last bull cycle, so to speak. And the number two thing is, I'm not going anywhere. I'm still going to be creating content for you guys. We are going to be exploring new ways to make revenue through crypto and maybe some fiat things on the side as well if people are interested in that stuff. But you can still learn and find new projects in the space during this cycle. How long it will be, we don't know. But let's get into the chase. So today we are going to be talking about 5 coins that I have chosen that are going to be performing better than a lot of other ones during this bear market cycle. How long it is, we don't know, obviously. But there's obviously new coins that are going to be launching, and those can perform also really, really well. But we're going to be focusing on existing coins, which are kind of like safe bets during this cycle. So first and foremost, it's very important to talk about stable coins now that we had the whole LUNA thing, which basically caused all of this to happen. Now, what is my stable coin advice for you guys is this. So having 45% of your portfolio, 40 to 50%, it can be more, in USDC, whatever it's on Ethereum or in other chains, you can earn a pretty nice interest for USDC. Pool together is a one that I have actually a considerable amount of money. And then there's all of these CeFi platforms, which I'm going to be talking in a second. And obviously USDC is very compliant with the legal laws, so it's pretty safe. USDT, as of right now, is crashing a bit because they are partially backed by Bitcoin. And you don't want to have USDT because they're very, very sketchy project. And if they actually go down during in the next coming weeks or something on this crackdown, which the US government is doing, that could cause a lot more bearish sentiment for the markets. So Tether, I mean, it's almost the same as UST in that sense. This is a risky play. People still hold such a high portfolio amount in Tether. It's crazy, but you really shouldn't. Now, the next coin we have here is BUSD, the Binance dollar. And the reason why I chose this is because Binance has been extremely good at, well, escaping legal responsibilities of certain governments around the world. They just got a license in Paris, in France, and they also, I think there was some Arabic country. It wasn't Qatar, it was maybe Brunei perhaps, where they got their offices opened right now. So in a lot of ways, Binance is not going to be affected so much about US regulation, which has its, tentacles wrapped around a lot of these US stable coins. So in that sense, I think BUSD, if you want to really have a lot of dollars, you definitely should have at least 10 to 15% in BUSD. Now, the third thing here we have is other stable coins. Now, dollar is just the one coin in the world. It's been performing pretty well, but there's still like euro, the British pound, the yuan, the yen, the ruble even, and there are stable coins, all obviously a lot less. Luna used to have a lot of them, but hey, we're not going to be investing in those. Waves has their own euro stable coin. EURS is the biggest one, euro stable coins, and Tether, Ether, but it doesn't have I can't find any place that gives interest on EURS, which is really, really bad. So that's a very big thing for me personally. Then I would probably get some decentralized stable coins. To be fair, this could be bigger than 10%. It could be about 25% if you don't want to get BUSD. So this could be DAI. Frax has been performing really well. And Near is launching their own stable coin known as USN, which works on basically giving you a higher interest based on the price of Near. So basically giving you a higher APY than when the Near price goes up. These are a lot of speculative things you want to do. Maybe you could add some like electricity stable coins like the meter or whatever it's called in the mix, but I think that also has tanked now, so I don't know how I feel about that. And then obviously there is all of these gold and silver stable coins. PAXG is not dropping. In matter of fact, PAXG is up right now. It's like only crypto in the top 100 that is on plus. It has not seen negative impact. Then obviously there is the Kinesis money. I'm gonna do a video about this. It's actually a great time for do this during the bear market. But this is a platform which has a, by the way, sign up bonus. You can get a half an ounce of silver if you sign under me. Basically, I bought some silver stable coins on their platform. They also have a gold stable coin, and you can actually like withdraw these golds and silvers to real bars, and they have like hubs in Singapore, London, Zurich, and other places. So Kinesis money is another one that's actually pretty good because they are the only silver stable coin offerer right now in the space, outside from Syscoin, which is totally dead chain with no liquidity. So you don't want that. And you can earn interest. They also have their own coin, KAG or something like that, which gives you like portion of the earnings. So I think it's some so receive proportionate 20% share of every fees taken by Kinesis. So and you also get interest on your gold and silver. And there are other platforms like which we have talked about. There's a video, I'm gonna link this in the corner, best C5 platforms, maximize cranes of crypto. So there are multiple of these platforms out there which can give you 4 to 5% interest on PAXG, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, XRP, yada yada yada. And you know, let's say the bear market lasts for 4 years. You're going to be getting 20% back on the Bitcoin. And then when it's a bear market, it's going to hit a new high. That's actually quite a lot of money you're going to be making if you're going to be sitting all that money on these interest platforms. And I really recommend doing them. They also give around 10% on stable coins. Some give higher. But just look this video if you're interested. Now, let's get back into the top 5 coins finally, now that we have the opening segment here done. So what's my first coin? Ethereum. Now, Ethereum is going to be performing the best during this year at least, given that there's no delays again to the triple halving. I've done a million videos about the triple halving, guys. I don't need to repeat myself how big event it is. It's like the biggest event in crypto in a lot of ways. I guess this Luna bear market thing is also kind of significant, but this triple halving thing is one of the biggest things after the inception of Bitcoin in a lot of ways. In terms of like crypto history, and this is probably the flippening event. Now that we are in the bear market, it's hard to say which is going to be the new ATH for that. So this year it might be only 6-7K given the current numbers, but it's still a fucking big event, and Ethereum is going to be your best bet to go 3x from the current sums. Next coin is going to be BNB. And this kind of goes back to what I said earlier. BNB just fundamentally is really has big chain that has a lot of things going on. Not a lot of value, obviously, but BNB, where I think personally the value comes from is actually their platform, because you can get a lot of benefits like a higher cashback rate on your crypto cards. So I hold my BNB actually, or most of it, in the Binance exchange. And Binance was, during the last bear market, if you go into the statistical things, Binance was back in 2019 the best big winner. So they were the most performing asset. I bought back then, you know, I got Binance coin at $10 and $13. That's what I bought it at back then. So I made a lot of good money through BNB during that cycle. and it gives a lot of benefits on their platform. People want to do shorts and derivative stuff, and they want to have the exchange coin to basically offset some of those trading costs basically. And this also means that there's going to be some good performance to high utility exchange coins. KuCoin could see some increase. I think it's a safe bet. Maybe Gate, maybe Oak Exchange, but BNB is the king of all of these, and I think they give the best benefits to the holders of BNB in a lot of ways, and obviously they are burning the supply, which helps as well. Now Litecoin is another one that performed really well that year, and they're going to be performing again pretty well, and the reason for that is due to the fact that we're going to be having a Litecoin halving next year in August 3. So Litecoin is going to be seeing a new ATH. Maybe not the next year. Who knows? We don't know. But I'm saying Litecoin is a pretty safe bet given the halving is along the way. And, it's just like if they were repeating kind of the same cycle things, which we're not necessarily doing, there are a lot better coins than Litecoin this time around versus 2019. So, but Litecoin is like, people like to use it during this war thing. Litecoin uses which really high in Russia, so people like to use it to send money over versus Bitcoin. So Litecoin, I think, is a one decent bet. I'm not saying it's the best performing, but given to the halving, like buying it now, putting it to burning interest at 6%, pretty good deal in my opinion. During once the halving comes around. So you're going to be getting over a year of an interest. So maybe, I don't know, what is that? 7% interest in total for your current holdings at the current price. Now, what do I think is going to be the big player this year is going to be Cosmos. And this goes into the Luna thing. So Luna, as you can see here on the corner, is an IBC the technology they call Tendermint. So the chains that use Tendermint are like Torchain, Terra, Kava, and all of these use the same technology. And obviously there's these IBC transfers, which basically mean I can send my Luna to Cosmos chain with a very easy bridging, like super fast, super easy. And so that's the IBC technology, Tendermint. And the thing with this one is that now that the Luna is in absolute devastating state right now. I didn't expect to go into literally the cents. Like, okay, $0.50 I could see it, but cents, holy shit. And I obviously lost a lot of money with this Luna thing as well. But as I said, I didn't have all my stable coins in USD. I actually had only 5K around. And also, all my holdings were on Luna. I wasn't overexposed. The people who had the most diversified portfolios are always outperforming things. So if people were Ethereum maxis or Bitcoin maxis, they performed a lot worse than people who had a lot more diversified portfolios. So what happens basically is that if all the developers in Luna are thinking it is non-salvageable situation, what that means is that all of those dApps and all those blue NFT projects like Derby Stars, Galactic Punks, all of them are most likely gonna be migrating into another Cosmos chain. Now, is it Cosmos or, well, it's probably not gonna be Cosmos unless they're gonna be putting the smart contract capabilities on, but it could be possibly Juno, it could be Osmosis, a lot of different options here, okay, in terms of NFTs at least. So it's very likely that there are going to be some migrating dApps from Luna going into the Cosmos ecosystem instead. This is a very likely thing to happen, and that's going to be increasing the prices of the IBC chains in general, because this failure wasn't like Cosmos fault or Tendermint fault. It was tokenomics problem in a lot of ways, and this Soros-esque type of shorting shit. I mean, it's disgusting what happened, but ultimately there are going to be projects which are going to be migrating into Cosmos, and that means the Cosmos ecosystem is going to become more valuable. Now that Luna was bigger than Cosmos, but ultimately Cosmos should be bigger than Luna in some aspects. And staking Cosmos, as we have talked about million times here on the channel, gets you airdrops, a lot of them, and you want to have those stimulus checks during the bear market especially. Not right now. I would rather kind of wait to the waters get a little bit less red before we get our drops. But fundamentally, we have EVMOS, and we have all of these cool projects already in Cosmos, and we're going to be seeing a lot of these blue chips like going to be migrating into Cosmos ecosystem, and Cosmos is going to be benefiting in a way a lot from the downfall of Luna, because the developers, I think it is the same, coding language and all that stuff, it's the same environment, and a lot of those are just going to migrate into Cosmos. That just seems to be a lot of the smart way. Some are going to be going into like Ethereum perhaps, or Polygon, but most of the time I believe it's going to be Cosmos chains which are going to be reaping those things, because it's going to be the easiest form of migration which is going to be taking place. Now let's move on. We have our next coin, and ironically it is XRP. And it really comes down to the XRP lawsuit, which is going to be ending, and I think all the analysts are saying it's going to be on favor of XRP. And I think it's going to be like end of summer or during summer when they're going to be fully freed. And then there's going to be a pump for XRP. Is it going to be 20% up or 50% up? Who knows? But XRP is a pretty good, token to have. Obviously, the Flare network is also launching soonish, I think. I haven't really followed it. But that's another thing to be bullish about XRP. I obviously ideologically don't like XRP really much, but I am holding the coin because I see it as a good profit angle. And because of this, bullish event on the legal case, I think it's going to be putting the XRP price up. Now, as a very final coin we have here is Lux. And this is kind of like the thing with NFTs, is that NFTs are not exactly going to see a one-to-one impact on the bear market scenario of crypto. Like if we look at the charts, they're not exactly correlating here. I mean, yeah, Azuki is down, but that's because of another reasons. But when we're looking into like doodles here, it's not really like it's minus 20% down. They're not correlating exactly with the real markets. NFTs are their own thing, and especially gaming. Just because the markets are down, people are not going to be putting down their joysticks, basically. They're still going to be playing games. So play to earn is going to be an element during the bear cycle. And there's going to be NFTs. Now, the caveat here is that a lot of these NFT-based games are not really on Ethereum. They are all on the side chains. So I'm betting that LuxRare will do this year likely, or early next year, announcement to integrate Binance Smart Chain or Polygon. And you're going to be accruing money through LuxRare staking in Ethereum or in Polygon or Binance Smart Chain in BNB when they're going to be introducing that migration. Solana and like Wax and Wax is another one that you could basically get if you're going to be doing the LPs, but there are going to be some coins in the NFT ecosystems which right now give these like royalty checks from the trading volume of NFTs, and those are the ones that are also really good during the bear market. Right now the ones that do that is Lux, and is also Paris on Near, and then obviously the EVMOS market, orbital market in EVMOS, which is going to be launching probably in a week or two. So those are the ones that I would kind of like put my eyes on, because they give pretty good yields, and I don't think like NFT gaming is going to be going anywhere. But that's pretty much my rundown, guys. It is a sad situation, especially for people who were really exposed to Luna and the ecosystem. But delist your Luna NFTs, by the way. I think though, and probably wait migrations and things like that. Don't panic too much on the sales, and maybe you can even buy the dip of Luna, but it's really dropped so much that I'm having, if it dropped like 95 or like to $1 or 50 cents, but it literally went to like 6 cents. That is such a massive drop in such a short amount of time that it puts a really, really hard time to believe that they could like really recover from that. Like it's just like hard to see. But that's pretty much what I gotta say, guys. Hopefully this was insightful. More videos coming in, and obviously we're gonna be talking about coins that are gonna be launching this year, and those are still gonna be good opportunities to invest in, versus the coins that have already been launched. I think you can still make money during private sales and stuff like that, coin list sales, for example, during the bear market. But you're just gonna be really more smarter with your money in bear market than you would be in bull. But subscribe, like, and obviously share this video with all of your friends. A lot of good insight here. Thanks for watching. See you soon.